International Relations Minister Maite and Nkoana-Mashabane believes the non-aligned movement is needed more than ever. She says it has an important role to play in keeping the voice of developing countries at the geopolitical table. She was speaking in New York on the margins of the UN General Assembly after travelling from the non-aligned summit in Venezuela, where she headed the South African delegation.
La Excelencia Maite Nkoana-Mashabane.
It's a grouping of developing countries, a bloc formed 55 years ago as an alternative to the East-West divide that defined much of the 20th century. But questions are increasingly being raised about its relevance in a world where the geopolitical power brokers are reluctant to embrace the changes developing countries seek.
The relevance of NAM has never been so needed than it is at the moment. The role NAM played towards the end of last year in the conclusion, historic conclusion of the transition from the MDGs to the Sustainable Development Goals unanimously in the General Assembly. It was due to the work largely and coordination of the work of the leaders of the Non-Aligned Summit and G77 plus China.
She says the NAM played a crucial role in unifying the developing world around the SDGs and will be critical in pressing for the reforms of the world's security and financial institutions.
Of the NAM would be saying 70th anniversary had passed, and while we were focusing on issues of development, we had forgotten that the cornerstones of the actual formation of the United Nations was peace, security, and development. That, the more we talk democracy in the world today, the more other very influential institutions refuse to change.
That's the most recent example of how damaging a lack of reform can be.
To move on now, if we're all interested in peace, security, in order to ensure development. The time has never been so ripe.
A battle that will take centre stage in the days ahead, in a global diplomatic arena second to none. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.
Well, let's